Hello everybody, today we will talk on how to play basketball. Before we start on our video, please like, subscribe, share and leave a comment. If you think that it is an interesting video, please continue watching. So let us get started now. Learning how to play basketball is learning its fundamentals. Here are those. 1. Dribbling is important to penetrate to the hoop, move the ball across the court, get away from the defense, and find a good passing lane. There are different types of dribbles. A. Change of pace. B. Crossover dribble. C. Behind the back. D. Pull back dribble. E. Low dribble. F. Basic dribble. G. Between the legs dribble. 2. Passing. A good offensive attack requires good passing from players. This helps find an open man, to find a good shooter or to get away from a defender. There are several types of passes you need to learn. A. Overhead pass. B. Chest pass. C. Push pass. D. Baseball pass. E. Off the dribble pass. F. Bounce pass. 3. Shooting. The object of the game is to win by scoring the most points. Therefore, improving the team's shooting is important to win a game. There are several ways to score in the game. A. Jump shot. B. Dunk. C. Alley-oop. D. Free throw. E. Layup. F. Three-point shot. G. Hook shot. 4. Rebounding is essential to gain or regain possession after the shot. Usually, the team who has the most number of rebounds after the game has more shot attempts and chances to score. 5. Offense is the only chance that the team has a shot at the basket and scoring. Playing a good offense requires coordination among players and individual skills to execute well plays. 6. Defense. To be able to get a chance to score and gain possession, the team should play good defense and try to stop their opponent from scoring. As said, a good defense is a good offense. 7. Moves. There are different kinds of basketball moves that are important in executing both a good offense and a good defense. Moves help find an open man, make a good shot or create an amazing play. 8. Violations. Knowing the kinds of basketball violations improves your game. 9. Assist is given to a teammate to help him score easily. Thus is it important to find an open man on the court. 10. Foul is often an accidental contact made by the defender to his opponent or an aggressive move by the ball handler towards his defender. However, a foul is also used as a strategy to stop the clock or to keep the shooting player from scoring easily. Learning how to use your fouls well is important in the game. Becoming a better basketball player doesn't happen overnight. It involves A. Serious work. B. Discipline. C. Dedication and the love of the game to become the player you want to be. So, to help you out on your way to become a better basketball player in the future, here are 7 areas you need to improve. Speed and agility. There are many exercises you can do to improve your speed and agility. One of the most effective is suicide. 1. Start at the baseline and sprint towards the free throw line. Touch the floor and go back. 2. Sprint and touch the mid-court line and back. 3. Sprint and touch to the farthest free throw line and back. 4. Sprint and touch the opposite baseline and back. Do this several times and will improve your speed. You can also use other sprint training techniques. Jumping. Improving the strength and power of your legs will improve your vertical jump. Do squats, step up and lunges. Jumping and hopping drills are effective as well. Strength. Weightlifting is an effective tool to become strong and increase muscle mass. If you play the position of forwarding and center, you need to improve in this area. Stamina. Stamina training such as road running is effective to build up the heart to go to distance during the game. Dribbling. This skill can be improved by using different dribbling techniques and drills. There are 3 dribbling techniques. 1. Natural dribble or relax. 2. Dribble control dribble. 3. Dribbling low to maintain possession under a defensive pressure. 4. Speed dribble or dribbling at maximum speed. Different drills. A. Include up the ladder. B. Squeeze the banana. C. Ball slappity. Rhythm drill. E. Drop step. F. Pass and catch. G. Hot potato. Sit dribbling. I. Spider. J. Dribble 8K, figure 8H, one leg. I. Ball drop. J. Around the world, these drills aren't only applicable to ball handlers. They apply to all positions to increase ball handling capability. Shooting. Improving your shooting skills involves correct jump, body form, and power. This can be improved by constant practice. Shooting the ball several times using one form increases the chances of making the shot. The bottom line: if you want to improve your shooting, you should practice, and practice some more. Defense. Improving your defense is as important as improving your shooting and dribbling ability. There are different ways to do this. 1. Cone drills. 2. Stadium stairs. 3. Defensive slides. 4. Jumping rope. Have you ever wondered why certain basketball players don't measure up to their potential? Players that have incredible skills and abilities but then can't make it beyond organized high school basketball are a dime a dozen. There are many possible theories out there why this is so, but we feel that the reasons are few and simple. Our purpose for this video is to explain those reasons and give players the awareness they need to stand out from their peers and to make it to the level of competition they desire. Lack of focus. For most players, it is very easy to get bored with details when it comes to fundamentals and techniques. Let us admit, it is a lot more fun to play pickup games than to work on things like proper foot movement, shooting technique, ball control. Because of this, most players neglect to focus on small details of their game. All great players have spent countless hours in the gym working on the fine details of their game and have made the commitment necessary to learn the proper drills and fundamentals that will enhance their skills at the high school level of competition. A good player can still stand out and dominate their competition without focusing on the little things. However, once they get to the next level, if they have not developed the proper fundamentals and techniques of every facet of the game, they will almost always underperform and have serious regrets. So, when you have spare time during the week, instead of organizing a pickup game, start focusing on the small detailed fundamentals of your game, and work on perfecting them. Lack of drive. Playing big-time basketball requires a lot of your commitment and time. Many players think they have the passion it requires to excel at the next level, when in reality they are not even close. Liking to play lots of basketball and pick-up games does not qualify you for having the necessary drive. Those that have the drive give up many meaningful things in their life just to dedicate more time to sharpening their basketball skills. It is a tough thing to do because, when you are young, there are so many things that you want to get involved in. You want to spend time with your friends, you want to go to parties. You want to spend every waking hour with your girlfriend, boyfriend, and that is just to name a few. The reality is, the game of basketball has become so competitive that if you don't make it your number one focus and then back that up by setting your priorities around it, you'll be left in the dust. Certainly, we don't feel that it is necessarily wrong to have other interests than basketball. We just want to make it clear that those players that have the drive make basketball their top priority. Once again, a player can do very well during high school with a lack of drive, but once they get to the next level, they will face the consequences. Lack of intensity. This is sometimes what people are referring to when they say that a player has the factor. Basketball players that are intense almost always succeed because they hate to lose or perform poorly. A lot of players are extremely gifted and have tremendous skills, but because they lack intensity, they can never win the big games and will not be able to make it beyond high school basketball. Some argue that intensity is something that cannot be taught or learned. They claim that it is something you are just born with. We adamantly disagree with that. A player can learn and acquire intensity if they make an effort to do so. Nobody can do it for them, though, and that's what is so frustrating for most coaches. You have to make the decision that you are an intense player, and then you must perform with aggression and passion over and over again until it becomes a habit. Once you truly develop intensity, you will play with a very aggressive attitude and you will not tolerate poor performances by yourself or your teammates. If it doesn't bother you very much when you lose or underperform, you have a lot of work ahead of you. Lack of confidence. If you don't think you are going to make every shot you put up, you don't have much of a reason to be on the court. Great basketball players have enough confidence in their abilities and skills to take the shot when it is there. When players suffer from poor shooting or poor performance, it oftentimes has nothing to do with their mechanics or abilities, and everything to do with their head. Do whatever you have to do to develop confidence in your abilities. If it requires you to spend hours and hours in the gym, so be it. Also, work on your mental preparation, thinking about your shots and imaging, making them as just as important of a pre-game activity as stretching and warming up. Don'tever goes into a game where you haven't spent a good 10 minutes meditating about your performance. Go through scenarios in your head and imagine yourself handling them with confidence. Make yourself aware of the fact that you will miss some shots from time to time, but that will not hinder your concentration and confidence one bit. It seems silly to a lot of people, and that is one reason why it does not get done very often, but it is something all great players do. Lack of humility. It is one thing to be confident about your abilities, but if you was so confident that you deny the weaknesses in your game, you've hit a wall that will block your progression as a basketball player. Nobody is perfect. The minute you think you are so good that you do not need to practice is when you start setting yourself up for failure. If you've become better than most players in your school and your area, rest assured that there are players all over the world that have twice the skills as you and are competing to play at the same level you are. Summary. Good skilled basketball players exist all over the world, with the game of basketball becoming so popular and so competitive. Only the best of the best have what it takes to play at the next level. Although it can be very difficult, players can turn themselves into stars if they have the focus, drive, intensity and confidence and humility that is required to stand out. There are different ways to score in a basketball game. Let us learn each of them. Jump shot is the most common shot made at the perimeter, or the place on the court that is relatively far from the basket, also known as a set shot. This is done by getting the right height before throwing the ball to the basket. It is also essential to follow through with the ball. This is done by maintaining your form while the ball is still on its way to the basket. The following through is said to increase the chance of scoring. A jump shot is often worth 2 points. Three-point shot is a perimeter shot taken beyond the arc. Both feet of the player must not step on the three-point line. The player should possess leg and knee power to generate enough height to release the ball 20 feet away from the basket. A three-point shot often gives the team a boost and adds excitement to the game. Free throw. A free throw is given after the opponent has committed a personal foul or a technical foul. This is an unguarded shot taken in the free throw lane and is worth 1 point. Dunk is one of the most exciting shots that can be made by a player. This is done by jumping high enough to get your hands on the rim while still holding the ball. Once you reach the right height, slam the ball and grab the rim. It adds more to the excitement. Alley-oop is a pass and shoot sequence that involves great coordination between the passer and the receiver of the ball. The ball is thrown to a player in midair who will also shoot the ball before he touches the ground. Layup is the most common shot made inside the paint. This is also the easiest shot to make. You drive to the basket, take off to get the right elevation, and lay the ball directly to the rim or off the board with one hand. The non-shooting hand is used to protect the ball from the defender. Hook shoot is made popular by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. This shot is done by turning your body on the side while the head is still facing the basket. You will jump off with the non-shooting leg and toss to the ball with one hand, similar to laying up. Scoring in a basketball game is important to win a game, but don't forget to play defense so that you prevent your opponent from scoring more than you do. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you like and got an idea for our topic today about basketball. See you on our next video.